Welcome everyone, I hope you guys are doing well today. Today I will be playing Bajo La Rosa. This game is created by Silver Sky Studio on itch.io. As always, I have left links in my description to the itch.io page. After a rush move, a small apartment with a garden seemed like the perfect refuge. A fresh start, a little peace, until one careless mistake ruins everything. The pain from the wound is the least of your worries. What's truly unsettling is him, your neighbor, who appears out of nowhere to help you. There's something about his smile, his warmth, the strange familiarity in his gaze, like he knows you better than you know yourself. Stirring memories you thought were long buried. Can you trust him? Can you trust yourself? The roses are about to bloom, but their thorns might tear you apart. One thing, I am loving the color of our supposed neighbor, like his color palette. Like the red eyes with the white hair and the little red and black sprinkled in it looks really great. I will eat up anything that has a yan today, so I'm very excited to try this. This isn't a complete game. As far as I know, there is only day one of the game, but that is perfectly fine. I will devour any content I will get. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Those who are not willing to die for love are not yet ready to love. Ooh. Day 1, Germ of Desire. I never want to feel that again. That things change, that people drift away from me and take with them all the love I struggle so hard to earn. Damn it. Why does everyone have to be so jealous? Why is it so hard for them to share love? It's not like it's going to run out. Idiots. I clench my fists and exhale slowly, trying to calm the fire in my head. Getting angry won't help. Not now. What matters is what I've learned. If love is something that can be taken away, then I must protect it. That's why, when I found a place I could call my own, I held onto it with all of my strength, like it was the last drop of water in the world. I filled it with life and meaning. That's why I loved my home. Not just for the happy memories I built there, but because it seemed to wrap me in a hug every time I crossed the door. Every corner had something special. But no matter how much I loved it, no matter how much I wanted to stay forever, no matter how much I told it, day after day, how much I cared, it was never enough. Funny, isn't it? In stories, they always say happily ever after. But no one tells you that forever is actually very short. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. What matters is that I carried it with me. Because no matter where I go, my home has always lived here. Ooh, pretty. And that means I can build something just as beautiful, or even better. Alright, our apartment. 2 weeks have passed since I moved. 2 weeks. And I still haven't finished organizing everything. The space is smaller than I'm used to, and every time I try to put things in order, I end up sitting and watching videos for hours. I can relate. Everything probably is just too overwhelming at the moment. Let's see. I kneel in front of one of the biggest boxes, big enough to fit someone inside. I rummage through it for the umpteenth time. Kitchen. God, where the hell did I put them? I've been eating with plastic cutlery since I got here, because I don't remember where I packed the real ones. What a mess. I lift my gaze and see the chaos around me. Among the stacked boxes, a yellow envelope stands out on one of them. Shit. The apartment papers. The ones I was supposed to hand in about 3 days ago. I've never lived into an I never had an apartment myself, so I'm not sure how important these papers are, but probably very important. I I hurry to grab it, take out the document, and start checking the boxes, looking for the ones I still need to fill out. What's your name? Lottie. And your pronouns? There we go. I put it back and leave it on the table, making sure not to forget it again. I mean, if no one like apartment manager or landlord has came to us about it, it should be fine for now, right? My eyes scan the place. Although the apartment itself is nice, seeing it empty gives me a strange feeling. My gaze stops at a massive sliding door in the corner. Who would have thought? An apartment with a garden. I didn't even know they existed. I always thought apartments were designed to squeeze every last inch of space. Like we were sardines inside a tiny can. Okay. Wonderful. Damn, that scared me. Are my neighbors testing how many hammer blows it takes to break the floor? Was that above me? I definitely would have preferred getting a house, but I didn't have the time, and I do not have the money for a house. I walked toward the sliding door, dodging the mess on the floor. The garden waits on the other side, though for now, it just seems like an empty space, lifeless, except for them. In a huge plastic bucket, right in the middle, my roses rest. The first thing I did when I arrived was take them out of the box, remove the wrappings, and put them in water. I haven't had the time to replant them yet, but I couldn't let them suffocate between cardboard and tape. I approach, and just seeing them makes my chest feel lighter. So beautiful and perfect. I could almost get drunk just by looking at them. Those roses mean the world to me. But then, something isn't right. A sour, barely noticeable smell hits my nose. Hello? I feel my body tense and my skin prickle. I carefully move a few roses until I reach the back. If it's gonna be a carcass, like an animal carcass, I'm not gonna make it. And I see it. Oh, okay. A completely rotted rose. That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but that seems kind of like a bad sense. What was it? It's a bad sign. That's what it is. It's a bad sign for things to come. And we can also see our hand, and you can see it's a bit dirty at the fingertips, and there are like some scratches. So I'm assuming the scratches are like from the thorns, and it's dirty because of all the planting with the roses, right? No. No. I start pulling off the damaged petals. One, another. But the more I try to save it, the more it seems to decay before my eyes. As if it were trying to escape from me desperately. Ooh, yeah, these roses have very significant meaning to us. Finally, only the bare stem remains in my hand. My breath catches. Tears fall before I even realize it. You can't leave. You can't. Oh, okay. You loved me. You love me. I grab the stem so hard, the thorns dig into my skin, but I don't let go. I don't care about the pain. I can't let go. I must not let go. I stand up abruptly, still holding the stem in my hands. A buzzing rumbles in my head, making me lose balance and almost fall. The room pulses. Is it laughing? Why is it laughing at me? No, this can't be happening. My vision blurs. My jaw shakes violently, as if it might collapse at any moment. I feel like I can't breathe. This isn't my fault. I took care of you. I protected you. I did everything right, so you stay with me forever. Oh! You can't do this to me. Oh, are we sure our neighbor's not the Yandere and it's us? I'm definitely getting kind of like trauma / Yandere vibes from us as the player. You can't pay me back like this after everything I did for you. The pressure in my chest is unbearable. A thick red haze clouds my thoughts, and the air grows heavy. That damn buzzing is piercing my ears. I walk desperately around the room, knocking everything over in my path. Damn it. I crash into the wall. I grab it with my bloodied hands and... What do we do? A metallic smell fills the place. Hello? Are we a danger to ourselves? I feel a deep pain devouring me from the inside. It's like something thick and sticky is tangling in my insides, dragging me down deeper and deeper, as if it's trying to bury me alive. Bury alive. I hope it never happened. Okay. What's that? Slowly, a gentle scent drifts through the air, wrapping me in warmth. Sweet, but not cloying. Somehow, it feels familiar. I frown, trying to identify it. It reminds me of something warm and joyful. We made it to our room somehow? Okay. I definitely need to talk about our little crash out moment we just had with the roses. I was not expecting that. I don't think I've really seen a MC in like a visual novel with the Yandere reacts like that, or even act like that in any manner at all. So that one really took me by surprise, and it makes the character more interesting. Like a lot of the lines MC has said definitely has those Yandere vibes to it, like how the rose supposed to love and protect us, and we're supposed to stay together, stuff like that. And it makes me really curious about the MC's background, what caused them to move over to this new apartment. Because there was a line saying that they didn't have time to get a house, so they had to move very quickly. I need the past. Like something's not adding up. Something is definitely wrong with MC. Like there's definitely some trauma there, because the reaction to the rose just rotting and dying was so much bigger than I expected. Like if it was me and I see like a rose dying out of like all my others, I'll be like, oh, that's sad. I'll try and help, but if I can't, I kind of move on. Like it's sad it didn't work out, but I still have all the others and I can get more in the future. So the roses definitely play a very big role in this game. Like they symbolize something. I open my eyes with difficulty. I lift a hand to my forehead and blink several times, trying to clear my thoughts. What the hell happened? I look around. I recognize the bed, the walls, and the small table by the window. So we somehow came to our bedroom, but I'm not sure how. It's my room, but something doesn't fit. I didn't leave everything so tidy. Has someone already came into our apartment? Is that how we got to bed? The curtains are in place and slightly open, just enough for light to come in, but not enough to hit my face. The furniture, which had been piled near the door, is now perfectly aligned. The decorations I had left scattered on the floor are in their place. Everything is organized exactly like my old room. I don't remember going to sleep here, like our old room. That's even more concerning. My gaze scans the place. The amount of light coming through the curtains is like... day? But the last time I was conscious, it was early at night. Oh, how long did I sleep? I try to sit up, but my body doesn't respond. and gravity pushes me back against the mattress. Damn, everything hurts. I bring a trembling hand to my forehead and notice something strange. A cold cloth against my skin, so someone definitely has been in here and they put us to bed. A gauze? I look at my other hand. It's also bandaged with precise care. And this. Then I hear it. A subtle noise on the other side of the door. Like someone is walking back and forth. Wait. Someone? In my apartment? How the hell did someone get in? Is that why everything looks so organized? My mind blanks for a second. Everything organized? We definitely need to figure out who did this. Oh, this cute little bunny. Also, I didn't mention it earlier, but the little pointer is a baseball bat with like little wiring around it. Barbed wire, that's what it is. We're definitely gonna have to get up and see who the hell is in our apartment. With superhuman effort, I managed to get out of bed. I creep to the door and press my ear against the cold wood. Silence. I slowly open the door, praying my bad luck doesn't catch up with me and make it creak. Everything is in order. Suddenly, I hear footsteps coming from behind me. Oh no, this is the end. I spin around, fists raised, ready to face my fate. Because if they're going to kill me, at least I want it to be face to face. Oh, Jesus Christ. Every time, dear Lord. Okay, I'm good. My legs almost give out. I stumble back a step, my heart pounding in my chest. My eyes meet a pair that look bloodshot. A chill runs down my spine. He's tall, with incredibly pale skin, white hair like snow streaked with red, and black, and he is gorgeous. I am loving this. His lips are unnaturally vivid. He looks like a porcelain doll. So unreal. Why'd you change your expression, buddy? For a second, I noticed him shiver, like my presence startled him. His right hand trembles slightly, then he clenches it tight. Oh, he unpacked all of our boxes and everything. Okay. Well, good morning, Sleeping Beauty. Hey, person I do not know, I think. Did you get enough rest, or not quite? I blink. What the? Doesn't he have a knife? A gun? Isn't he here to kill me? But he doesn't look like the thief either. A lunatic. A runaway psychiatric patient. Or why the hell does he look so calm? Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. The sweat drop animated is so cute. I love that little detail. What a relief. You really had me worried. His voice is soft and calm, with a serenity that completely throws me off. How the hell can you sound like that after breaking into my apartment? I feel panic rising, and my face even feels pale. My eyes scan his tall frame. There has to be something. A hidden knife, a twisted grin, a threatening stance. Something. Anything. Very paranoid. Understandable though, because there's a stranger in our apartment and he unpacked all of our stuff. Nothing. He's just standing there, menacingly. I don't get it. I want to run out of here, but my legs won't move. I feel like my heart is about to burst out of my chest. Come on, Lottie. Move. Do something. I step back quickly and feel the table brush against my back. Carefully, I touch it, and there it is. The biggest, heaviest vase I own. What if I threw it at him? What sound would it make if I smashed it against him? What would his face look like right before? How many pieces would his head break into? Oh, that's a much deeper thought than I expected. Are we gonna throw it? No. 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 What the hell am I thinking? We're definitely mentally unwell. I take a deep breath and swallowed hard, but it feels like I swallowed a jagged rock. Who are you? What are you doing in my apartment? How did you get in? Without taking my eyes off him, I fumble around with my other hand. Anything. Something that will make me feel so defenseless. My hand hits something pointy. I grab it tight and aim it straight at him. Is it an actual weapon or just like a pin? Are you kidding me? A plastic fork. We can stab his eye with it if needed, or throw it at him to catch him off guard. Just what I needed. Can this day get any worse? He has the patience of a saint though, just watching us just fumble. I squeeze the fork with all of my strength. Try not to let him see my hands shaking. Not like I have many other options. But, to my surprise, the guy doesn't react at all. No step back. No sudden move. He just lowers his eyes to my weapon. Hey, don't laugh at me. It's all I have at this point. What are you planning to stab me or invite me to dinner? What? Got a spoon hidden up your sleeve too? Okay, you don't have to make fun of me at this situation. You can tell I'm already embarrassed enough. Oh my god. Oh god. You're the second creature in the world with the least survival instincts I've ever seen. I don't know if I should feel offended or completely humiliated. A healthy mixture of both. How do you even get your dignity back after this? I wish the ground would just split open and swallow me whole right now. Oh, really? Sorry. Honestly, I had a couple of more normal ways in mind to explain myself, I swear. But this was so much more entertaining. You exceeded my expectations by far. The boy stares at me for a moment. Then he tenses slightly, like he noticed something, and takes a small step back. Maybe he just realizes my nerves are about to explode. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. In fact, with that fork, I think I'm the one who should be scared. Cut the jokes. You're not answering my question. Who are you? And how did you get in here? Whoa, alright. Try to breathe a little. I get that this must feel weird for you. Really weird. And I promise, I can explain everything, okay? Just first, are you alright? He reaches his hand toward my forehead, but stops halfway and just points. You took a pretty good hit. You know that? Oh, that banging before we passed out. We hit our head against the wall. That's what it was. And that's why we have the gauze on our forehead. Suddenly, I feel the stinging in my hands and the pressure on my head. I remember the bandages wrapped around my hands and the piece of gauze on my forehead. You were in pretty bad shape when I found you. And to be honest, I didn't think you'd wake up so soon. I stay silent, trying to process. So he was the one who bandaged me. Sorry, I know it's a lot to take in at once. But seriously, how do you feel? Headache? Dizzy? Want me to check your bandages? I'm fine, I think. I say it more out of instinct than certainty. My body still feels heavy, but I don't want to give him more reasons to stay here. You sure? His reddish eyes scan my face closely, like he's trying to catch any sign I'm lying. I live in the building opposite from yours. I was passing by when I heard a loud crash. I won't lie, at first, I didn't really care. But then I smelled blood coming from here. Was there that much blood that he could smell it? I knocked to see if everything was okay, but no one answered. And then the door opened on its own. And there you were. He points to the floor near the couch. Very decorative, by the way. Yeah, my body's a wonderful decoration. Once he makes sure I was looking where he was pointing, he crosses his arms. Believe me, breaking into people's homes isn't exactly my favorite hobby. Though if it were, I'd probably pick a cleaner place. No offense. All the offense. I frown. Did I really leave the door open? I mean, it's not that unlikely. With how distracted I am, I wouldn't be surprised if I also left the stove on. Is he telling the truth about us leaving the door open? Or did he just somehow pick the lock or had a key? I shake my head. Focus, Lottie. That still doesn't explain why you decided to stay. Huh? Are you serious? Call me weird, but when I see someone lying on the floor, bleeding and unconscious, I usually think they need help. Just maybe. But hey, if you'd prefer, next time I can just leave you there and move on with my life. I hate to admit it, but he definitely has a point. Although, if you'd really prefer, I can make up a more exciting story. Something with secret agents, hidden codes, or a sick obsession with you, a classic. Okay, yeah, classic. Classic, isn't it? I lower my eyes to my hands, still holding the fork. I start to feel a little guilty. He helped me, and I'm just attacking him. I sigh, and finally drop the plastic fork back on the table. All right, I believe you. I look around curiously. But why is everything so tidy? I didn't leave it like this. The boy tenses for a moment, then just shrugs. While I waited for you to wake up, I picked up one thing, then another, and before I knew it, I was taking out your trash. It's an instinct. Sorry. His tone grows a bit timid, and he also starts looking around, like he's not fully aware of how much he cleans. Thank you, though. I really appreciate you cleaning for me, because I did not looking forward to do that. He shakes his head and regains his composure. But admit it, this place needed some fixing up. It really looked more like a battlefield than an apartment. I frown. Well, I have to admit, I'm grateful for that. Not every day someone breaks in and organizes your apartment. But suddenly, my thoughts freeze, and I start looking around anxiously. Hey, where are my roses? Your roses? Yes, I had a beautiful bouquet of red roses. They were... I quickly look at the spot on the floor where I left them last night. But they're gone. Please, let's not have another mental breakdown. Let's maybe try and read it in just a little bit. My chest tightens. I look at the boy with desperate pleading. I'm definitely about to faint again. Oh, yeah. He points toward the kitchen door. You left them scattered everywhere. But surprisingly, they were in pretty good shape. A few leaves missing, though. He pauses for a moment, like he's about to say something else. But instead, he just sighs and continues. I gathered them and put them in water, so don't worry about that. I let out a breath, feeling my heartbeat return to normal. Still, I feel a slight discomfort knowing someone else touched something so important to me. But I'm grateful that at least more of them are safe. They're very precious. Did you grow them yourself? Yeah, I love roses. Not completely true. Well, not 100%. Love isn't enough. It's a tiny, insignificant word for what I feel for them. Saying only that is like looking at a star and calling it pretty. It doesn't do it justice. Just saying I love them falls way too short. But I'm obviously not going to tell my life story about roses to a complete stranger. So I just look away. I see. The boy looks at the glass door to the garden and stays silent for a few seconds. I guess that's why you chose this one then. This one? The apartment. I mean, it's not a palace or anything, but it has a garden. Ground floor apartments with green space are pretty expensive. You must know that. Not everyone spends that much just to watch something bloom. I guess that's why most of the apartments on this floor are empty. You're lucky after all, kid. I guess. I just couldn't let my roses die. You know, not everyone has the patience to care for something so fragile. That one seems important too. It takes more than just liking them. You've got talent. I feel a faint heat rising to my cheeks and quickly turn my eyes away from his. I guess. I try to sound indifferent, but clearly that's not my strong suit. Before he can answer, I hurry to change the subject. Want something to drink? I mean, I don't have much, but there's water and some sodas. I walk toward the kitchen, passing close by him. No need. Don't bother with that. Better let me make you something to eat. You must be hungry. You know, he still has not told us our name. It's still a question mark in his little box. How do you know that? Are you seriously asking me that? He takes a step toward me, keeping a safe distance. You've been sleeping since early last night. At least, I don't know, more than 15 hours. At this rate, you'll faint before noon. He leans in slightly, just enough to see my face more clearly. Besides, ever since you woke up, you've been looking paler and paler. I almost called you Casper. But don't worry, I'm not about to let you starve. I'm not that cruel. It's not that bad. I'm fine. He doesn't reply. He just stares at my face for a few seconds in silence. It's a little uncomfortable, to be honest. Although, his steady gaze also lets me study his face more closely. I hadn't thought about it before, but if it's already daytime, that means he looked after me all night, and yet, he doesn't look tired at all. Though maybe, that's just thanks to his flawless reddish makeup. Without another word, he moves away and heads to the fridge. Sure, then I'll take care of it. Take care of what? Making sure you eat. Look, if you don't eat, you'll get worse. And if you get worse, I'll worry. And if I worry, tough luck for you. I'm not leaving. Though honestly, I wouldn't mind looking after you again. I'd just rather not have to clean up blood again. Oh yeah, he definitely did have to clean up all of our blood. I am so sorry for that. I roll my eyes while he opens the fridge and quickly checks inside. Wait, you don't have to do that. Seriously, I'm fine. You know, it's not about having to. It's because I want to. And I won't stop until I see you eating something decent. So, what do you like to eat? And don't you dare say nothing, because I won't accept that answer. What if I say anything's fine? Fine, suit yourself. I'll make whatever I want. Great. I basically just signed a contract without reading the fine print. I feel like he might make me something good, hopefully. I sigh, but I don't argue anymore. With nothing else to do, I lean against one of the counters and watch him in silence. Meanwhile, the boy moves around the kitchen with impressive skill and speed. It's like watching a live cooking show, just without the hysterical crowd screaming. Every knife cut is precise. The way he sautés the ingredients is flawless. I want to ask if I can help, but at his pace, I definitely just get in the way. My God, this boy cleans, cooks, knows some first aid? I wonder if he can fly too. And me, I burn water when I try to cook. Oh no. Okay, so we're not a culinary master at this. Wait. Hey. The boy pauses for a moment and turns his head slightly. I just realized I don't even know your name. And you only noticed that now? You didn't tell me this whole time though. Well, with everything that happened. Questionable. But I guess I'm your oh so peculiar case. I can make an exception. Reen. Huh? My name's Reen. And this is the part where you tell me your name, sweetheart. Or do you prefer I keep calling you Casper? I think Casper would be a cute nickname between us, though. I would not mind. No, I already have a name. It's Lottie. Hello? Has he always had that? Wait, he has a tongue piercing? Don't do that to me. Lottie, huh? Sounds nice. Suits you. Really? Yeah, you definitely got a Lottie face. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing specific, really. Just that I once heard it used for a kitten just as grumpy. What do you mean, just as? Do I look grumpy to you? I was joking. Sorry, just messing around with you. Oh God, you have to admit you're really fun. I cross my arms, puffing my cheeks a little. It really seems like everything amuses him. And apparently, in that everything, I'm included too. Was that real indignation? Or are you trying to imitate a grumpy cat? I don't have to answer that. Well, touche. Point for Lottie. He laughs again, clearly entertained by my indignation, before turning his attention back to the kitchen. After a few minutes, the smell of hot food fills the place. It really smells good. Reen turns around and sets a plate of food on the table. Wait, that's cute. I could eat that. Hold on. It's so cute. It's the We Bare Bears. Oh my God, it's been forever since I watched that show, but I loved it. I lean closer to the plate, staring at every little detail in awe. Besides smelling amazing, it looks adorable. It would honestly be a crime to eat it. Where did you learn to make this? Here and there. Let's just say I had demanding clients. Are you a professional cook, like a private chef? If the food wasn't shaped like an animal, they wouldn't eat it. Oh, maybe like a sibling or a younger cousin. And of course, as soon as you put a little rice bunny on the plate, they forget about eating and started playing with the food. I get scolded for it, but honestly, I didn't care. Seeing them that happy was worth it. Oh, so you work with kids? Yeah, something like that. Didn't give us a clear answer. He doesn't meet my eyes, but it's clear he doesn't want to talk about it. I don't want to make him uncomfortable either, so I focus on tasting the food. I take a bite, and as soon as the flavor spreads across my palate, my eyes widen in amazement. This is amazing. The fluffy texture of the rice contrasts perfectly with the softness of the vegetables. There's balance between sweet and salty, with a touch of spice that gives it a comforting, somewhat familiar taste. It's a warm, homemade, full of something I can't describe. but it feels like a hug in the form of food. Rin laughs at my exaggerated reaction and then leans against the counter, arms crossed, watching me as I keep enjoying the meal. For a few minutes, everything feels calm. The atmosphere is incredibly comfortable, almost familiar, like we've known each other longer than we actually have. See? I told you you'll feel better after eating. Maybe. You're breaking my heart. What a difficult guest you are. I'll just have to try harder next time to impress the critic. I shake my head. There's something in the way he talks that makes it impossible to take him seriously. Hey. It's not that it bothers me. I mean, I really appreciate it, but why did you do all of this? Staying all night, tidying my apartment, cooking for me. That's not something anyone would do for a stranger. And said like that, he sounds like a perfect husband. A very dedicated one too. I mean, if he wants to be the husband, I would not reject that offer. You could have left a long time ago. And I don't think anyone does this kind of thing for free. Reem tilts his head, as if considering the question more seriously than I expected. I don't really know. I mean, there's no big reason behind it. What do you mean there's no reason? That's not normal. You don't just break into people's homes, cook, and take care of them for no reason. Nobody does that. I see Reem smile softly, like somehow my reaction revealed something about me, and he found it endearing. Then I guess I'm not someone normal, Lottie. You know, we all need help sometimes. Someone to take care of us, even just a little. No matter how much someone pretends to be tough, no one came into this world alone. We all arrived with help. But if someone insists on carrying everything alone, sooner or later, that same loneliness crushes them. Or, in your peculiar case, ends up fainting in your apartment. I don't want anything in return, really. And I'm not looking for recognition either. That's the last thing I care about. It's enough for me to, it's enough for me to know you're okay now, and smiling. To be honest, you have a beautiful smile. Plus, I just enjoy spending time with someone like you. Someone like me. Yep, you're simple. Is that a compliment? That doesn't really feel like it. Hey, in a good way. I stare at him in silence. It's strange. Strange, because he doesn't seem to be lying. But also because the answer feels familiar to me. Ree notices my expression and lets out a small laugh. What's wrong? Did I move you so much you fell in love with me now? Shut up. I cross my arms, pretending his teasing doesn't get to me. Are you always this annoying? Depends. I'm only like this with people I like. Reen throws me an amused look. He glances at the small clock on one of the walls and starts adjusting the sleeves on his jacket. All right, I'll let you finish your food in peace. Huh? You're leaving? Yep. Why? Oh, we're used to his presence? I'm a busy man, you know? The same man who spent almost an entire day squatting in my apartment. Yeah, I'm sure you're really busy, Mr. Reen. You'd be surprised at everything I can do in just one day. His gaze softens. I promised a friend I'd help with some things, and if I don't go, he'll probably be mad at me for a week. Reen lets out a small laugh, like he's remembering something. He walks to the door, opens it, and just before leaving, he turns back. You know, despite how all this went, I'm really glad I met you. You're very cute and fun. He thinks I'm cute. I feel a faint warmth rise to my cheeks. Get some rest, and please, don't go fainting again without warning. You can't exactly warn someone about that, idiot. Come on, with that brilliant mind of yours, I'm sure you can figure out how. With a teasing smile and a quick wink, Reen disappears down the hallway. The apartment falls silent, but for some reason, it doesn't feel quite so empty anymore. Peaceful, our belly is full, we hung out with a cute guy. If you ask someone what's the first thing that comes to mind when they hear the word love, they'll probably say something like hearts, butterflies, rings, the color red, roses. That's normal, I guess. After all, since we were kids, we've been taught to see it that way. We see it in movies, in books, and songs. And it's not wrong. In a way, it's comforting to think that love looks that beautiful, that it can feel even tangible. But there are also people who answer with their favorite food, some 80s rock band, their pet, or someone's name. The person they love more than anything in the world. My face and clothes are completely covered in dirt and mud. At least it's a feeling I've already grown used to. With one last look, I make sure all of my roses are properly planted. It's not that they're different. They're the same ones. I brought them with me, roots and all. But here, they look more faded. I've never seen them like this before. I know. I miss our home too. But I promise, we only moved for your sake. Maybe with some fertilizer, they'll perk up. Though it might take a while to get it. I'm sorry. At that moment, last night's incident crosses my mind. I still feel incredibly sad about my poor Rose. Is it just sad though? There's a lot more feelings compared to just sad from last night. But I don't want to cry anymore. And I know that no matter how hard I try, there's nothing left to save. The silence in the garden feels heavier than usual. Someone's watching me. Without lifting my head, I scan my surroundings with my eyes. It isn't hard. A couple of floors up, behind a window, a small silhouette peeks through some worn pink curtains. A child? When they notice my gaze, the shadow clumsily vanishes, slamming the curtains shut. Huh. What curious neighbors. I don't think there's anything wrong about being watched from neighbors. Like, if you see someone in a garden, you're gonna kind of want to look, right? It just seems a bit weird because they're high up in apartments. But we said it's a child. Is it connected to Reen, maybe? I get up, carefully brushing the dirt from my clothes, making sure not to soil my bandages. Reen. Reen. I'm pretty sure I never heard that name before. How strange. Maybe I should thank him properly for his help. But I'm not exactly good with words. Maybe I could buy him something? What would he even like? There's not much else to do. So after checking for the 100th time that everything in the garden is fine, I head back into my apartment to change. My thoughts go quiet, and the only thing I can hear is the annoying ticking of the clock. I hate that sound. Are we just gonna... Okay, I'm like, are we just gonna keep on listening to the clock? Oh yeah, we are. Is it gonna get darker? I need to get out of here. Oh, not walking outside at night, though. The cold wind hits my nose and messes up my hair. It's getting late, and the sun is already starting to set. But I was going to lose my mind if I stayed there any longer. Besides, this might be a good chance to explore the area. I haven't really gone out much these past few days. I've been too focused on getting my apartment in order. But now that's not an issue anymore. Thanks to my neighbor, I guess I can take a break. The streets are mostly empty. Maybe because of the time, or maybe because it's a weekday. I'm not really going anywhere in particular. Honestly, I'm not even sure where I am. Maybe I should... Kai? I freeze. A woman's voice calls out loudly from behind me. Hey, Kai! The voice. It sounds familiar. No way. I turn around, scanning the shadows between the trees. And then, a female figure appears, walking quickly toward me. Her hair sways in the wind, and the poor lighting makes it hard to see her face. Wait, towards me? What the? Kai? Is he talking to us? Are we Kai? Or someone behind us? Hi? She stops, just a few steps in front of me, and I finally get a good look at her face, just as surprised as mine. That hair, that voice, those eyes. Who is this? Leah? It can't be. What is she doing here? It really is you. It's really you, Kai. Kai? Is that who we were before? My name is Leah. I'm sorry that, even after all this time, you still can't seem to remember it. No, I didn't forget. I cut her off before she can manage to say something that'll make me even more upset. Leah, this is getting weird. Look, don't get it the wrong way, but you're really starting to make me uncomfortable. And I hate to think my memory is as bad as yours, or maybe you just have so many people in your life, you can't even tell them apart anymore. No, it's not like that. I swear it's not. I'm really sorry. I really am. I think I got confused, Lottie. I'm sorry. You haven't changed at all, have you? I'm sorry. Is she about to cry? God, this is so ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm crying. I don't even know why. I'm sorry. I guess my body just moved on its own. It feels so strange seeing you. What are you doing here? I moved nearby a few weeks ago. Though honestly, you were the last person I expected to run into, especially this far from your home. Thanks for the warm welcome. Seems like you haven't changed much either. She looks away and doesn't say anything else. But honestly, I'm surprised she's not yelling or accusing me of anything. After all, things didn't exactly end well between us. Should I say something else? It's been so long since we've talked. I don't know anything about her life these past few years. But what if I say the wrong thing? What if I upset her? We'll just end up shouting at each other like last time. I didn't think I'd see you again. Though, I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. Was that supposed to be a compliment? Because it sure didn't sound like one. Don't overthink it. Coming from you, that's actually more worrying. Oh, come on. If I wanted to hurt you, you'd already know. Okay. That sounds like something a potential criminal would say. Well, if I were a criminal, I'd at least have better taste in victims. Though, I won't pretend I didn't want to kill you a couple of times. Right back at you. Well, at least honesty's still alive between us. I let out a low sigh, turning my gaze away for a moment. So, Are you still mad at me? I don't know. Classic. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to lie just to make you feel better. I didn't expect you to. You never did, actually. I guess that hasn't changed either. She lowers her head a little, her expression hard to read. You know, it's not like I'm someone who dwells in the past or anything. But sometimes, I wonder what things might have been like if they turned out differently. If we had what? Forget it. It's stupid. If it sounds dumb in my head, I don't even want to imagine how it'll sound out loud. Wait, but tell me, what happened? Anyway, what brought you here? Peace, I guess. And you? What are you doing around here? An internship at a small company. One that's over there. I can finally graduate. Ooh, congratulations, girl. That sounds nice. Nice? That's all I get? I was expecting something a bit more enthusiastic. Like, wow, Leah, that's amazing. You're a genius. She throws her arms up in an exaggerated pose. You know, I was never the type to boost your ego even more. Leah rolls her eyes, but then her gaze drops and she lets out a quiet sigh. Peace, huh? I never thought you and that old house would part ways. You loved it with everything you had. Things change. I hate that things change. We both go silent, eyes turned away from each other. This is awkward. My gaze drifts towards the street, hoping for a distraction, and then I see him. A silhouette among others. He doesn't seem particularly important at first, but I notice how the few people around him begin to look at him. Not casually. Their stares aren't simply curious, more like a mix of surprise and discomfort. Why are they staring at him like that? I frown and squint, trying to get a better look at his face. The wind tugs at his clothes and hair. Every step he takes seems to draw attention, even though he's not doing anything at all. Then his face comes into view. Wait, Reed? It seems like he hasn't noticed me yet. Anyway, like I was saying, the internship's exhausting, but at least it's better than being locked up all day. I notice her fidgeting with one of her rings, spinning it between her fingers. Though of course, if my bosses had even half a functioning brain cell, it might even feel like a dream job. What is he doing here? Is he just shopping? Or is he looking for someone? Can you believe they want an entire original collection done in less than 2 weeks? Reen lifts his gaze, and our eyes meet. Then, slowly, his eyes slide over to Leah. I wonder if they think we're robots or something. Though I guess that would explain why they're still a small company, and unlike some people. Her voice trails off as she notices my attention isn't on her. She frowns and follows my line of sight with her eyes. Her gaze locks with Reen's. How peculiar. Fashion really doesn't change fast. Hard to believe black hair was trending just 2 months ago. Reen still doesn't move. Kinda awkward, isn't it? Do you know him? He's my neighbor. Reen crosses the street. His expression is hard to read, but something tells me this isn't going to be a pleasant conversation. Is he gonna be mad because I'm leaving the house? His voice comes out a little softer than usual. Lottie, what are you doing here? And what's it to you? Reen lowers his gaze to her slowly. With all due respect, sweetheart, I was talking to Lottie. Ooh, getting a bit snippy. Oh, how convenient. Do neighbors stalk each other now? Or are you just a special case? Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt your superiority monologue? My bad. It just sounded important. Oh god. He heard her from over there? What I feel like this is going downhill fast. I don't think they're gonna be besties. So charming. Are you always this delightful? Or is this just your impress people mode? Look, I'm just passing by. That's all. Unless, of course, you own the street and I somehow missed the sign. Really? Because with those eyes, I doubt you could see anything. Bro, she's got a pistol! I can see Reen taking a breath for a second. I think he's going to snap back with something even worse, but he doesn't. Can I break up the tension here somehow? Funny, considering I see more than I like. Like how tightly they're clenching your hands, that twitch in your eyes, and how, with every second we keep those useless conversations going, your eyes are getting glossier and glossier. So maybe you should try breathing before your body starts paying the price for your temperament. Surprisingly, Leah doesn't fire back, but her body goes rigid, and her fingers tremble ever so slightly. She's furious. Oh my god, bro. Are they ever gonna meet up again? They're just gonna keep on fighting and fighting. They stare at each other like two rabid dogs about to snap. Honestly, if I weren't standing here between them, I'm pretty sure they'd already be at each other's throats. To be fair, I'm not shocked. Leah's always been a bit guarded when it comes to meeting new people. And Reen, well, I only met him a few hours ago. Not sure I can say much about him yet. God, what am I supposed to do now? Walk away. Just like, if you guys are gonna be kids and argue, I'm just gonna go back to my apartment. You guys have a nice day. Ooh, okay. Do I want to help? I have to stop this silly argument? Let's try and stop the argument. Hey, enough! You two look like kids arguing like this. No, not even little kids argue like this. What the hell is wrong with you? But God, Lottie, do you really think he was just passing by here by chance? He doesn't look trustworthy. What if he was following you? Wow, you got quite the imagination. Ever thought of using it for something less stupid? My god, bro, stop fighting! And you could try keeping your mouth shut for once, instead of sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. Leah! This is ridiculous, even for you. Reen's right. You need to calm down. Huh. And you! Reen tilts his head and looks at me with innocent eyes, like a little dog about to be scolded. Bro, don't you think you're a bit too old to be playing along like this? That's what you called me trying to defend myself. How hurtful, Lottie. I let out an annoyed sigh. This is useless. Leah falls silent for a moment. I think she'll keep yelling, but she doesn't. I was just trying to protect you, Lottie. You don't get it. Why do you never get it? Her lips tremble, and when her eyes fill with tears, I realize Reen wasn't entirely wrong after all. She brings a hand to her face, as if she wants to hide, but it's too late. No, damn, this is so ridiculous. Her voice cracks. Tears started falling, even though she barely seems to notice. I take a deep breath, cursing silently. I didn't want this. Damn it. I move a little closer, just enough to be at her level. Leah. I try to clumsily wipe her tears without ruining her makeup too much. I know how hard it is for her to do it. Don't cry here. You'll draw more attention than we already are. She doesn't respond, but she doesn't move away either, barely shifting. You should breathe, or you're going to end up having a panic attack in the middle of the street. I say it in the most neutral tone I can manage. I don't want to sound cruel, but I won't pretend everything's fine when it's not. She nods, not lifting her gaze. I breathe again, and then something feels off. That feeling. The feeling of someone watching you. I look toward where Reen is, or where he was a moment ago. Did he leave? I scan the place with my eyes, but he's nowhere. I look up at Leah, frowning. She also seems to have noticed Reen's absence. I hope you're happy. Now you're gonna take his side? He was brainwashing you, or do you think he's cute enough to defend? I let out a long sigh and run a hand over my face. She definitely hasn't changed one bit. Suddenly, I feel a drop fall on my hand, then another, and another. Oh, wonderful! I look up, the gray sky clouds over, and in seconds, the rain pours down. Great, just what we needed. The rain begins to intensify. The cold wind grows stronger. We both take a step back as the drops hit harder. Oh no, I didn't bring an umbrella. You never bring an umbrella. They don't match my outfit. You just don't get it. Girl, your outfit's about to be soaked and your makeup's gonna be ruined without an umbrella. We both run toward the nearby buildings. A dim light guides us to a store with fogged up windows. Above the door, an old sign reads Orpheus Records. I push the door open, and a soft chime echoes from inside, accompanied by a smooth 70s style guitar riff coming from an old speaker. We enter. The smell of old wood and paper surrounds us. The warmth contrasts with the outside humidity. What a mess of a day. I shake my hair with my hands, small drops falling to the floor. When I look up, I see Leah scanning the shelves full of records. We're in a vintage vinyl store. I haven't seen one in years. In the town I lived in, there wasn't a single one. I started walking through the aisles, looking for a specific section. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm sure they won't have it. It's too rare of a record. But still, maybe, in such a big city, maybe. I crouch in the traditional pop section. I run my fingers over the covers. J, K, L, M, M. Oh, no way. I hug the record box against my chest, letting out a long sigh. Suddenly, a huge lump forms in my throat, and I feel like crying. Here you are. What are you doing on the floor? Leah notices the record I was trying to hide against my chest. It's not that I don't want her to see it, it's just reflex. She lets out a small laugh. I didn't know you liked these old things. I don't answer. I just get up from the floor, shaking off the dust. Leah stares, inspecting the shelf where I found the record. Until one quickly catches her attention, and she picks it up. She runs her fingers over it, and slowly, her expression changes into something worried. Hey, Lottie. Yeah? I'm sorry. What? For what? For everything. Since we broke up, we dated! That's our history! I had a lot of time to think about everything that happened and what I did. I tilt my head slightly, pretending not to understand. For how I behaved with you. Behaved? No, you were just you. No, Lottie, I was unbearable. I didn't listen. I always wanted to be right. I realized that, even though you tried to fix things, it only made it worse. Ooh. So we finally get some info about our history with Leah. We used to date. I'm still hung up on her calling us Kai. Like, was that our name before and we changed it to Lottie since I get to input that? Or was that maybe a nickname that she gave us? And if it was, what did it mean? It doesn't matter anymore. I never wanted you to think that. I mean, it doesn't really matter if we're broken up, right? Leah, just forget it. It doesn't matter anymore. I don't care anymore. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just wanted to apologize. We fall silent. I didn't think she still carried guilt from the past. That could work in my favor. Oh my god, what are we gonna do with that info? Leah puts the vinyl back in its place and stares at the shelf. Leah, can I ask you something? I sigh and nodded reluctantly. Oh wait, hold on. Was it Lottie? Ooh. Lottie, can I ask you something? I sigh and nod reluctantly, hoping she's not going down the same path again. What are you really doing here? Huh? Why do you care? Her breathing shifts slightly. It's nothing. It just seems strange to me. You love that house. It was the only thing that really mattered to you. So now you can't tell me you suddenly decided to leave it for peace of mind. Come on, Kai. You don't even believe that yourself. I watch her eyes dart back and forth. She's always been a bit anxious, but now she really looks scared. What's worrying you? What? I'm not stupid, Leah. I seen you look at me like you're trying to figure something out, and now you're making a big deal about me supposedly deciding to move. What's going on, Leah? It's not important. Of course it is. Otherwise, you wouldn't be avoiding my question with that look. I lean toward her, lowering my voice. Come on, tell me. It's just, things have happened since I got here. Things like? Her breathing quickens slightly, and after a few seconds, she finally speaks. A few days after I arrived, someone contacted me. I don't know how they did it. I don't even know how they knew I was here, but the important thing is, she looks at me again, her hands clasped tightly together. They asked about you. Who? I raise an eyebrow, confused. About me? Yes. They knew we had a relationship, and as if I know where you were. They insisted a lot, and not exactly politely, saying that if I didn't tell them where you were, I'd get in trouble. And what did you say? Nothing. I didn't know what to say. I thought maybe they were a scammer or had the wrong person, but now I found you here, so far from where you used to live, and worse, with a name I don't even know the origin of. Leah's hands tremble, and her voice grows anxious. Kai, please. I need you to tell the truth for once in your life. What happened? What did you do? This isn't good. I watch her, calculating my words. I sigh and lower my gaze, letting it carry sadness. So our breakup isn't the reason why we changed our name and moved, is it? A lot happened, Leah. More than you could imagine. Horrible things. Things I just want to forget. And that made me want to start over, leaving everything behind. I didn't know. You didn't have to know. Just don't ever call me Kai again. That's not me anymore. My name is Lottie, and I told you before. Okay. I smile faintly as I press the vinyl in my hand. Thanks. I pause. Look at her with sadness. Leah, I'm not involved in anything bad. I'll never be capable, and you know it. If what you're saying is true, then my voice cracks like I'm about to cry. So, then, I need you to tell me exactly what the person said to you. I can't I don't want to feel like my life is in danger again. Again? She falls silent. I know she want to ask me 1,000 things now. But after I cut her pathetic attempt to fix things with me, she wouldn't dare interfere in my life. Slowly, she nods, thinking she's helping, and begins to speak. After a while, Leah finishes telling me every detail of those calls, which are actually several. The person seems desperate to know what I'm involved in, and the only lead they found was Leah. Even though they stopped contacting her a week ago, that doesn't reassure me. They could have grown tired of their little investigation. Or maybe they already found exactly what they're looking for. The rain that trapped us finally stops. The sky is still overcast, but at least we can go out. A relief. I was starting to feel overwhelmed. The air smells like wet asphalt, and under my boots, water collects in puddles reflecting the streetlights. We walked in silence for a few meters, until Leah lowers her gaze, and her eyes stop on my hands, carrying the record I bought for an insane price at that store. I realize too late that my shirt sleeve has shifted, exposing the edges of the bandages my neighbor applied. They were skin-colored, so they weren't obvious at first glance. But unfortunately, Leah has a keen eye. Okay, she's gonna be worried about this too. Now I gotta worry about that. What happened there? Nothing serious. A silly accident. Doesn't look that silly. Leah. I say it as a warning. She understands I won't talk more about it and falls silent again. We walk to a corner where the street split. Hey, Lottie, can I have your number? Do we want to give it to her? Honestly, in some way, I saw it coming. I don't know how to say no without sounding cruel. I stay silent for a moment, looking the other way. Sure. She immediately takes out her phone and hands it to me. I type my number without thinking much. I just want this to be over quickly. Thanks. I just nod. Yeah, see you. She waves goodbye before I can take a few steps toward my apartment. I walk without hurry, dodging the puddles and listening to the common echo of the city. Entering the building, the silence of the long hallway envelops me. I move toward my door, and then I see it. A bouquet of flowers rests against my door, wrapped in brown paper, with raindrops slowly sliding down the petals. It's a mix of maroon carnations, red lilies, and red hyperseum, and some eucalyptus branches. Not bad, honestly. I pick it up carefully and inspect it. There's a card attached with a thin ribbon to one of the stems. Oh, it's Reen! Hey, sorry I left so quickly. I wanted to walk you the rest of the way, but I didn't want to get in the way of you or your friend. I hope you're doing better. And don't forget to change those bandages. Take care, and good night. I go in and place the flowers in a vase on the table. It's not the first time I've been given flowers, but for some reason, this feels different. I stare at them for a while, until sleep finally catches me and a yawn escapes my mouth. I walk straight to my room, dragging my feet. I change clothes without much motivation and flop onto the bed. The blankets are cold. I curl under them and look at the ceiling. What Leah told me spins in my mind, and I go over every word she said, looking for some pattern or something I might have missed, but sleep simply ends up winning. Oh, and that's the end of day one! Ah, no! Hey, look, They have a Patreon and a Kofi. I'll definitely leave those links in my description also. Oh, I have more questions. No. Okay. So obviously, us as the MC, we're running away from something in our life. That's why we changed our name. I'm really surprised that we actually had to change our name also. We were Kai before, and that was the name we had when we were dating Leah. Oh man. I kind of like the little cat-dog situation that Leah and Reen have. Oh my god, okay. So us breaking up with Leah isn't the reason why we moved away. Something happened after that breakup that caused us to leave the house that we apparently love so much. Oh, that was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I love it when these games just give me so many mysteries and theories rolling around in my head. I want to figure out everything. It makes me really excited for the next part. I really want to know the full extent of our relationship with Leah. I know we used to date, and she talked about apologizing about all the things she did, but I want to know like actual details. Like, what did she say? What did she do? It can't be cheating, right? I feel like if it was cheating, MC would just not want to talk to her ever again, right? Considering how we have our whole feeling about love and relationships and stuff like that. And Reen, he is also a bit suspicious. When we said our name was Lottie, he kind of paused for a bit and was like, oh, Lottie, okay. So I'm wondering if he knew us as Kai before, but not actually knew us. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one. I cannot wait for the update. As always, as I said before in the beginning, I have left links in my description to the itch.io page of the game. I will also leave links to the creators' Kofi and Patreon page if you're able to monetarily support them. So that is it for today. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. I have members open. You guys get videos about 2 weeks before everyone else. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye.